who have come out should see that as her point of view, and one that I'm happy to reiterate on her behalf.
So why won't she say that?
Again, I think I'm speaking on her behalf. This is the White House. That's the benefit of doing this briefing every day. Go ahead, Jeremy.
Thanks, Jen. Just a couple more on the COVID bill. Since the president proposed that $1.9 trillion package, the national picture has changed in a few significant ways. This jobs report today shows the economy is recovering at a faster pace than anticipated. About 16% of Americans have now received at least one dose of the vaccine, and yet the president hasn't budged off that $1.9 trillion top line. Is he reconsidering that big number in light of these recent developments?
Well, at the same time, 4 million Americans have been unemployed for more than 6 months. The rate of unemployment among African Americans is 9.9%, 8.5% among Hispanics. Without this package, 9.5 million people are out of work. At this rate, we would not hit the pre-pandemic unemployment rate for 2 years. If that's satisfying to Republicans in Congress, then certainly they can speak for themselves. But the president believes, and economists believe, and experts believe that in order to get this pandemic under control, in order to get people back to work, we need an infusion of this size package because the twin crises we're facing, that's what would meet the moment.
And in terms of bipartisanship, obviously there are a few Republican senators who are still considering how to vote on this package. Senator Lisa Murkowski, chief among them in terms of somebody who might support this bill. So how much of a priority is it for the president to try and win over at least one of these Republican senators? And how much time and energy is he planning to put into that effort?
Well, the president remains deeply engaged in getting this across the finish line. He takes nothing for granted, and I fully expect him to be on the phone through the course of the weekends with Democrats and Republicans as needed, just answering questions they have, addressing needs they have. Obviously, he had a number of people to the Oval Office just this week. So he takes...
How much of a priority is it for him to get at least one Republican senator to support this bill?
Well, I think the president's measure of success here is whether we get the package through so we can deliver relief to the American people. And we welcome the support of Republicans in the Senate. We're open to answering questions, to addressing concerns they have. But at the end of the day, our focus and the president's priority is on ensuring that almost 160 million people receive direct checks, that we are providing money to schools. By the way, polling this morning showed the majority of people supported that across the country so that they can reopen, and that we are ensuring we can get vaccines in the arms of Americans. We're still in the middle of a crisis. We're still in the middle of a war with the pandemic, and he welcomes their support, but his focus is on the American people. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Jen. Tell those individuals that now is not the time to come, as the Secretary of Homeland Security said last week.
Sure, and as the Secretary also said last week, was that last week? It feels, I'm not sure. I don't know, it may have been this week. As the Secretary said, this is a message we are conveying with every opportunity from the President, the Vice President, from officials in the region, and we're doing that with the full support, of course, of the Department of Homeland Security and resources that we have available. I will say that the big difference, which we certainly understand the outcome, may be an influx, as we've seen, of more children. If you were kicking children out